And as a consequence of the events of which I speak, I shall be in no position to marry for 10 years. And thus I am releasing you from any understanding which we may have had, with the regards on which you may depend. George Fallon, Captain, 8th Dragoon Guards, Battle of Waterloo.
How about P.S. tar for the socks?
Mama! Mama!
And there is how my life came to be saved by a haggis.
Please.
Mama! Mama! Captain Fallon says he will not marry for 10 years. I suppose I have to be released from our understanding.
Suppose? Suppose? I find you very suppository, miss.
Calm yourself, Mrs. Cottesloe. And pray take care of your nose, my dear. I prefer not to find a septum amongst the tea things.
That's the spirit. Have a biscuit.
Baked this morning, Squire Hardycroft.
A very fine flavour, to be sure.
Well, I think what makes them that little bit different is that I've sprinkled some rosemary leaves on the top. And I just used my fingers to crush it. But what you could do is you could crush it with a rolling pin.
It's a little useful, I fancy. It would look better on me. Oh, it's the Squire breathing.
Miss Willis, Miss Dillis.
Oh, pray call us Phyllis and Dillis, for you know we are Phyllis and Dillis, Willis.
I would not attempt such an impudence.
Oh, it would be no impudence, I assure you. No, we would welcome it. Cherish it. Embrace it. Put it in our pipes and smoke it.
Ladies.
Why did you say that? I don't know. It's a funny period, Regency.
He's returned. He's come back for me. Sir, do you now wish to marry your Alice?
Miss Alice.
I just have some tapestry to finish. Mama! Mama!
I'm to be married. I'm loved. Clem is loved.
Heaven bestride my face if I should ever raise my voice to a lady. But my poor son, Clem, has reached the age of 47 without so much as a dog in a basket he could call his own. But I shall see him married to Alice, if it is the last action I take in this world.
Mr. Cottesloe! Jem, the gardener, please attend me most urgently!
What is it, my dear? I'm sure there is no need for alarm.
I fear there may be, Mr. Cottesloe, with the squire promising Alice to his ill-favoured son Clem and breathing his last on our terrace. I fear there may be.
Aye. Women take these sudden deaths to heart, Jem. You and I may be more sanguine in the matter.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Jem?
you see where the squire's fallen?
I do, yes.
Be a very nice place for a water feature.
So, Alice Cottesloe is to marry Clem Hardycroft. That will leave a certain army captain disengaged, will it not?
My lady knows a pig's bladder from a handrail.
Fetch me my writing mittens. I have letters that will not wait for the warm weather.
Could you not stick your hands in your muff?
That's enough from you, thank you. And pray, inquire of the Paglet seller what is the correct address of the Battle of Waterloo.
I see my lady has espied the cocoa powder in the manure heap.
Be assured, Miss Tweed, that this time the minnows shall not escape the junket pot.
To see the second half of Plots and Proposals, deposit £27.50 in the aperture provided.
Alice is to be married to the squire's son. I am proposed marriage by Mrs. Stepple.
Hurry up, I've got a pigeon waiting.
Oh, Mrs. Stepple, I accept the proposal. I doubt I shall live to see the wedding.
Whinge.
Miss Alice, I sense I must seem a sorry simpleton.
You can say that again.
I can't.
We are well met, Miss Willis, Miss Dillis.
Cease your formality, Mrs. Cottesloe. May we not be Phyllis and Dillis Willis?
No, do give it a rest. We are coming from the lawyers directly. The squire has left his entire fortune to Clem. £28,000. Yes, indeed. That's better than a slap in the la-las with an antique mangle, is it not?
£28,000. I feel a broken engagement coming on.
Put your farthing on the wrong whippet there.
You will have to mind your manners, Miss Tweed, once I am Mrs. Clem Handicroft.
Hardycroft.
Mrs. Stepple has broken off our engagement and is to be married to Clem Hardycroft. Alice has entered a convent. Phyllis and Dillis Willis are planning to open a sweet shop specialising in licorice comfits.
Not more grievous news from home.
No. I, Captain Fallon, have been selected from over 25,000 people to receive a cash prize of up to 5 guineas. Dub in my oilskins. We ride tonight.
I sometimes wonder if a life of monogamy is entirely suited to my temperament, Miss Tweed.
Certainly a daily diet of parsnips may leave one agog for tomato.
Mr. Cottesloe, I thought I saw a figure at the window. Is it Alice returned to us?
Good day to you, Mrs. Cottesloe.
Miss Tweed, I cannot think you and I can have any reason for bandage.
Badinage.
I fear I must report, Mrs. Cottesloe, that since becoming resident in your neighbourhood, your husband and I have become rather better acquainted than might be thought suitable. As a consequence of our affection, I have been brought to bed of twin sons, both Scottish.
What have you to say to this, Mr. Cottesloe?
Oops.
Alice! Alice! Hear me. I have wronged you. Alice, return to me, I beg of you.
You come too late.
I wish I did.
Renounce the nunnery.
I cannot. I have pledged my troth to a life of prayer and contemplation.
Without you, my heart is riven, never to be made whole.
I will not yield. My vow is absolute.
I have won 5 guineas. You could have a new house and a bonnet.
I'll get my toothbrush.